We are not trying to optimize health here. We are trying to optimize habits. We are trying to optimize building identity first, not building health. Health will come over time. We are trying to build our identity as a healthy person. Hello there. This is Yogi. I am a career and a life coach. I help people have productive conflicts and keep them focused on what they really want to achieve in life. Today, I'm talking about a topic that comes up often in my conversations, and that is about how to work out regularly. It's not a topic that is central to many of my conversations, but it remains on the periphery. If people are not feeling good and healthy in their body, it is hard to accomplish pretty much anything else. Somebody said a long time ago, a healthy person has 1,000 dreams, but an unhealthy person has just one dream. A lot of times, people tend to work a lot and lose track of their health, only to find themselves in a spot where health is deteriorating, and then health becomes the most important thing in their life. And what we want to do is to achieve great things in our life, but keeping healthy at the same time. And the part of being healthy is to work out regularly and to have movements in our day on a regular basis. Today, we are going to talk about 3 ways or 3 steps we can take to work out regularly. And those are, number 1, non-negotiable commitments. I'm going to talk a lot more about this in the remaining video. Second is mindless routine. And the third is pairing up different activities. But before we get started on this, the most important thing in working out regularly, on developing any habit, is to focus on identity. A person who believes them to be healthy, who has the identity of a healthy person, will do anything to get back to health. A person who believes they are healthy and if they happen to become sick or they happen to gain weight, they will do the right thing to lose that weight and get over the sickness. But a person who starts to believe themselves to be unhealthy, oh, I'm like this, oh, I'm just an unhealthy person, oh, I'm overweight, then it's really hard to do the right thing. So we want to focus on developing an identity, and all these things, especially the first one, is about developing an identity as a healthy person. So let's get right in. The first one is making non-negotiable commitments and keeping those commitments. Now, these non-negotiable commitments don't have to be anything big. For example, it could be 2 minutes of stretching every day, 5 minutes of walking every day. It can be very, very small. And in the beginning, I recommend that they are small. But the main thing is that once you make that non-negotiable commitment, you will follow through on it. It's not about making an hour of commitment and not being able to do it. It's about making the 1 minute of commitment and actually doing it. When non-negotiable commitments are made intelligently, they don't require much discipline at all. Maybe a little bit discipline, but if you say I'm gonna walk for 2 minutes every day, it doesn't require a lot of discipline. What it does require is remembering and doing it and shifting our identity over time, that I am the kind of person who keeps my commitments. And one of the things about non-negotiable commitments is that one day if you do not fulfill the commitment, that day you reduce the commitment, not increase it. It's not about powering through. It's about comfortably doing it, but maybe a little bit discomfort. For example, if you commit to doing 2 minutes of stretching every day and one day you miss the 2 minutes of stretching, that means that was too big a commitment. The next day, instead of powering through, I'm going to do 2 minutes from yesterday and 2 minutes from today and do 4 minutes and more, we got to go back to doing 1 minute. Not more, but less. One of the mindset that helps me follow through on the non-negotiable commitment is that of wasting time. Even if I'm not getting any results, I will do this a couple minutes a day of stretching. Even if I'm not seeing any results, I'm just wasting time. I'm okay wasting time. Because if we are looking for results in those small pockets of time, we will be discouraged very quickly and we give up on those things. So we are doing it not to get results, but to build our identity as a healthy person. All right? So first step is non-negotiable commitments. Very small, very atomic, very tiny non-negotiable commitment. But once you make them, you follow through on them no matter what. And in case you don't follow through, reduce the size of commitment, not increase it. So in the future you will follow through on that. And of course, over time, we increase this commitment from 2 to 3 to 5 to 10 minutes. The main point is we hit 100% of the success first. The second piece of developing this habit of working out regularly, no matter what, is having mindless routine. And by mindless routine, what I mean is something that you do without thinking about it. You have thought about it ahead of the time, but when the time comes to do 2 minutes of stretching, you're not thinking about what stretching I do. You have a mindless routine, for example, of doing 1 minute of hamstring stretch, 30 seconds on one leg, 30 seconds on another leg, and 1 minute of jumping jack. That's it. It's a mindless routine you've thought about, and when the time comes to do it, you just do it. A lot of time, because of the decision fatigue, even if we have the time, we are not able to do the thing that we want to do because there is a lot of decision point. We run into the paradox of choice. There are so many choices and we end up making none when we could have made one. So we make the choice ahead of time by having a mindless routine. And of course, we can do something else in that time if an inspiration strikes. But if we have nothing in mind, we just do that routine, that mindless routine. Now, we are not trying to optimize anything here. Any routine is fine, and it's helpful to have that on a piece of paper. For example, I keep a list of about 10 to 15 different activities that I can do in under a minute, and I keep them handy with me. Whenever I have a minute of free time, I want to be active, I pick one of those activities and start doing it. There's no thinking involved. And again, I want to mention, we are not trying to optimize health here. We are trying to optimize habits. We are trying to optimize building identity first, not building health. Health will come over time. We are trying to build our identity as a healthy person. And the third point about building the habit of workout is pairing up. Pairing up an activity that you enjoy a lot to activity that you don't enjoy quite so much yet. For example, pairing up the activity of listening to podcast that you might enjoy with the activity of going for a walk that you might not enjoy so much yet. In the habit building literature, this is called temptation bundling. Another example is watching a specific Netflix show that you really enjoy only while you are in a stationary bike in your garage. Another one that a friend of mine suggested was she gets some workout clothes and she's very motivated to work out for a month or two after that. So getting the workout clothes, and I will wear those clothes only while doing this specific workout. Another temptation bundling is meeting a good friend and working out with them. So you have a good chat with them also, and while you're working out, and meeting them only while you're working out. The basic idea behind pairing up and temptation bundling is to have something to look forward to, not something to look to that you don't quite enjoy as much. And when we bundle them together, we look forward to this great activity we enjoy, but also at the same time, we do something else we don't quite enjoy as much yet. And once you get these three things in order, you are making non-negotiable commitments, you are doing these mindless routines if nothing else comes to your mind, and you are pairing up activity that you enjoy with the activity you might not enjoy, you will build this muscle, you will build the repetition of working out on a regular basis, and you will build this identity as a person who just works out every day, who just works out no matter what, who prioritizes their health, who are a healthy person. And when you start to shift this identity, your behavior will change. Then even the things that require discipline will not require discipline as much. They will become a routine and everyday activities. Let me give an example of this. The examples come from not from workout, but from my meditation practice. I used to struggle a lot with meditation practice. I thought I want to meditate regularly, but I never got around to it. And sometimes I'll forget. Sometimes I will read about meditation, but not quite do it. And now, after making non-negotiable commitments of a few minutes every day and doing my mindless routine of meditation, and in the beginning, pairing up my meditation with going for a walk sometimes, which I really enjoy, I'm able to build a meditation practice where I now meditate every day an hour. And it does not require any discipline at all. I don't think about it. I don't worry about it. It just happens throughout the day. And same thing has happened with me for the workout, where I started working out, and now the workout happens without me thinking about it too much. It just happens because there's no discipline required. It has become a part of my identity. I would love to hear if you struggle with any habit, or in particular, the habit of working out regularly, and what tips and tricks you have used to develop such a habit. And if you benefit from this video, I would love to hear your story also. Thank you so much, and I look forward to hearing from you.